Hello and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am going to show you the ways that I wash and chop my ingredients for a vegan mushroom and carrot with cheese meal. First I soak the mushrooms in water so the dirt gets time to loosen up before I wash it. Then I start washing and chopping the carrots. Now you can use the amount of ingredients to your own liking, but I really like a lot of carrots in mine. That's why I have so many. I like that my knife is sharp, so it really slices through the peeling of the skin. Makes it easier when your knife is sharp. I like to cut the carrots because I cook them first. So I'm pretty much peeling and chopping my ingredients in the order that I would cook them. I normally would have my skillet, my cast iron skillet, heating up right now, so as soon as I'm done with the carrots I could start cooking them. The carrot takes very long to cook in this dish. And the carrots have a slight crunch, which I like. If you want your carrots to be a little bit softer, then you probably want to have it boiled first. I'm also making this video because I want to show that making a vegan meal is very easy. You can actually even buy carrots that are pre-chopped, but I prefer to buy these that I have to peel because they're cheaper and I get a lot more. I also use powdered garlic sometimes. So if you don't want to chop your garlic to save time, you can use powdered garlic. All right. Let me make some room so I can chop the carrots. Sometimes when I chop the carrots, they go flying across the kitchen table and countertops. I'm not that good at chopping, so I chop kind of slowly, minding my fingers too. Again, having a nice sharp blade is good. This way it doesn't send the carrot flying across the countertops. If it's dull, it's going to push it when you cut it, and it's going to push it across the counter. It's going to send it flying across the counter if it's dull. The thickness of the carrot slices also can be to your preference. I like mine slightly thin slices, about 1/16 of an inch. That's about, I don't know, maybe in millimeters. I'm not used to millimeters. I'm gonna guess it's like around 2 millimeters. Well, you can find that out. I don't know which end is preferred to start chopping. Is the small end or the wide end? But I think I like starting from the wide end. Okay, I'm done peeling and chopping the carrots. I like to make sure I get every single piece I cut. I don't like to waste food. Okay, that's about it. Next, I start with the onion. I cut the ends off like that. And I make a slice across the skin so I can peel it. My air conditioner just started, so I hope it's not too loud and that you can still hear me. Alright, so now I start chopping my onion. I cut it in half like that. Then I start cutting along the long grain. I really like to keep them together when I chop them. It makes it easier when I cut across it. But if you get some trouble like I am having here to keep it from keeping it together, then you can improvise. As long as you chop it to the way you like it, it's okay. I like mine in small diced pieces. See? And then I start cutting on this end. Mind your fingers. I'm not a professional, I guess, so I'm making it look a little bit I don't know, not as clean as you see other people do it, but that's about how I like to chop it, the size. This one seems to be coming out better. Alright, then I turn it the other way and I start cutting this, chopping it. It's so much easier when the blades are sharp. Doing this with a dull blade wouldn't come out as easy looking as it did here for me. Alright, so now I'll put this in the garbage and then I'll put the onion in a bowl for when I cook it. I'm gonna put a video with me cooking the vegan mushroom and carrots with cheese. It's gonna be separate from this one. And that's about almost everything. Okay, let me start just giving the mushrooms a swirl in the water. Make sure that every part of it is getting soaked. And this loosens up the soil even more, or dirt that's on the mushroom. So when I have to clean it, it's going to come off easier. Okay. Alright, next I start with the garlic. Just a clove. Again, you use the amount of garlic that... Actually, this is not a garlic. I took it from the fridge thinking it was a garlic, but it's something else. I don't know what that is. It's my wife's from the fridge. She has her ingredients tucked away and I thought it was a garlic. Okay, so since this happened, I'll just use my powdered garlic. That's what I'll use. Stuff happens. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and wash my mushrooms. I always like to improvise. I really just use whatever I have as my ingredients, and I just put them together and cook, and they always seem to come out right. I mean, they always taste delicious, and I feel satisfied and full after eating. And I never really use precise measurements. I just do it by feel, by my preference, and what I think it tastes like or should taste like. But if you keep cooking something and you find that a little bit more of something or a little bit less makes it taste better, then that's the way you want to do it. And when I cook this and I eat it, it's so delicious. It's like, I just wanted to show you that you can still be eating delicious food even as a vegan, so you're not really missing out on much. And this is the way I found that I like to chop my mushrooms. I take it with the round or the mushroom head, and I turn it upside down, and then I cut from the stem side down. And this way it works for me. See, this is the way it looks when I'm cutting it. And if you find that you like it a little bit chunkier or a little bit thinner, then go ahead. It's all to your preference. And then you can use whatever type of mushrooms you want. I've used another kind of mushroom. This mushroom I'm using is a Monterey mushroom. I can't remember the name of the other kind. And this is all real time that I'm filming. This is the actual real time that it's taking me to cut my ingredients, to wash them, peel them, chop them. And again, I would have my, as I chop and I'm finished chopping, I would actually be adding the ingredients to my cast iron skillet. But for this video, I'm chopping everything and just putting them in a bowl. So I'll cook them and video record it in a different video. So the time is actually, to cook this is actually fast. Well, fast for me. It's all relative, depending on how much time you have. Alright, and I'm finished chopping the mushrooms. Put them in a bowl. The only ingredient that you're not seeing here is the spice that I add, which is salt. You can add as much salt as you see to your liking, or that you prefer, or think that it would be best for you. And now I chop my cheese, and the amount of cheese you use is again to your liking. I like to use about 4 slices, which is about this much, and it's pretty much just cut like that, and this, and that, and then I cut in little pieces like that, and I'm done cutting the cheese, and that's all I have to do to prepare my ingredients before I cook them. I hope this was a good I don't know, insight for those of you who are interested in preparing vegan meals, or even just trying to figure out how to put something together to eat. And in the next video I'll show you how I cook it. Alright, see you next time.